If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Jane. I'm a psychic and energy intuitive. So we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Whichever card draws your attention and holds it, that's your main message. You can pick more than one card. All of our sessions here are timeless. So whenever you find this, it's the right time for you to hear it. Don't try to force anything or try to make anything fit. All these sessions are to help guide you on your soul's path, bring confirmations or educations, insight. And there's no judgment here. These messages all come from a place of love. Okay, so I'm going to move on to group 1. Okay, welcome group 1. Spirit had me do things a little bit different this time. So this card is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is a romantic spirit, basically. And I guess they're just advising you to allow your feelings to guide you and to fall in love with whatever you believe in. Allow yourself to just fall in love with it. And this card is also all about like ideas. And, this individual is somebody that would, they get lost on their way to their heart. Their heart really does, dictate their place in the world, I guess. And you notice how like this swordfish here, or swordfish, why do I call it a swordfish? That's weird. This manta ray, how it's, like gliding as if it's like flying through the water. So, it brings in that air and the water elements together. Okay. And with those air, I was just getting that download of when the air and the water combined, it creates, because the air creates the waves on the water. I don't know what that has to do with this, but we're going to move on, find out. Okay, so they had me bring out this deck here, which is a card from Spirit, a postcard from Spirit. So they're going to have me pull out a card here, and they're going to have me read this to you at the end of the reading here. This one here, look at that dragonfly. You are magic. When you're somebody that lives in their heart space, you're just like, I would assume, and I'm going to, because I'm getting that impression that you're highly connected to spirit. Okay, let's see. Trying to figure out which one they want me to come out with. So they're wanting me to bring out, you have receiving on the bottom. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. Yeah, oh my goodness, look, and there's a butterfly there. I don't know what kind of bird that is. Almost looks like a hawk. Could be an eagle, I'm not sure. But the dragonfly is similar to, the dragonflies are really spiritual, right? Individuality. Yeah, every person has their own personalized, sturdy plan in this birth school. Exactly. Okay. And I think that you are probably well aware of that. Okay, one more. Individuality looks spirit. That's funny. Okay. Inner child, yeah, because you've done a lot of that work. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. So you've done a lot of inner child work. Oh, that's why your heart rules you. Oh my gosh, the inner power, no joke, because that is your power. That's a lot of sun energy too. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. Spirit, individuality, yeah. Clearing, yeah, that you've been doing a lot of clearing. As true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mine, mine, mine to God's, God's, God's. Such freedom. Wow, Spirit, you've been doing a lot of that work. Okay, let's see here. All right, so they want to clarify life situations here. Free to move. That's that freedom that they're just talking about. Embrace your liberty to explore new paths. The world is wide open for your journey. Okay, let's see here. Clear the path. Look at that. Embrace the journey ahead with an open heart, ready to discover and grow from the revelations to come. Wow, we're just talking about that path. We'll charge ahead right underneath. Okay, let's see here. Oops. Oh my goodness. But yeah, just like they're saying, life can get messy, but it's getting better here. Well, growth is a journey, not a destination. Welcome improvements, one step at a time. I think that's what you've been doing, one step at a time. Sculpture of self. Oh my goodness, this is doing all that shadow work, that inner child work. Shape the sculpture of self, honoring the perpetual act of forming and expressing identity. Let your inner power, my goodness, Spirit, bring gates of opportunity, pass through the gate of opportunities, wherein new paths unfurl and boundless potential. They keep bringing up like with these new paths, so I think you might be choosing a different way of going on. Okay, so let's see here. This one. Okay. All right, because, okay, so when I try to pick up this deck, this card stuck to the desk. So when I picked it up, it's past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. So, and then it says running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. So I don't know if this is something that you do. You do this ghosting, you disappear, you try to make yourself invisible. And if you are doing that, they're saying these are repeated patterns from some kind of karmic lessons. And you might know that that's happening because you could be having like deja vus. That's why there's a sculpture of self here that needs to take place. But you're definitely clearing here because this is all about you making this clearing. It's all about like getting better. Because the King of Cups is all about like the romantic spirit. And you'll notice this heart is like upside down here because like all this inner child work, like it's getting better. Whatever you're doing, it's creating a growth and it's clearing a new path. Okay. So this is something I guess they want you to really be careful of because these cards come out for a reason. And then underneath that is second chance. I did shuffle these and just set them aside when I brought them out because I haven't used them in a really long time. Recognition, making amends, and opportunities. Okay, that probably has a lot to do with this individuality of this sculpture of self and the clearing because second chance, like, when you clear up these things, when you present yourself back to people from old relationships or whatever, you're seen in a your energy is different. Like when you do the healing, your energy will be different to whoever you present yourself to. So the second chance, a reconciliation, making amends, an opportunity. So that could be the path that you're trying to, you could be trying to make amends, right? Look, and then the possibilities is right underneath that. Free spirited, adventure, risks. Okay, so you want something else here, Spirit? Okay, so for this one here, they just want me to bring out one of these crystal. There's a little thing here for you to. Okay, let's see. These are really glittery, so whoops. Okay. Just ask them if they would pull the card out. Look, and that's the one to start with. Shungite. Detoxify your life. No, oh my God, no kidding, Spirit. Look, and then you have the clearing. Shungite. That's what this is here. Shungite. You can actually use get shungite bracelets. Even they're and the best type of shungite to get. See, this is all shungite too, and so is this. What you can the best kind of shungite to get is from Russia, actually. Okay. It's like in its purest form from there. Okay. Oh, there's something in there they want a little. Okay, let's see here. A little thingy here they want you to know. Shungite. Okay. Are you stuck in a toxic cycle or feeling consumed by some less than stellar habits? Shungite wants to help you sweat it out of your system, literally and metaphorically. This ancient crystal is a clearing queen, cleansing queen. With that, and you get clearing here. That's why I said clearing. Is that weird? It's believed to help our bodies offset harmful energies from electronics and tech devices, as well as support all sorts of other detoxifying efforts too. So whether you need to take a break from doom scrolling, splurgy shoe shopping, or too many after work happy hour drinks, make a commitment to 86 advice from your life and get yourself the space to let something more productive flourish in its place. And if you're in the mood to take a sauna, drink some wheatgrass, get a deep tissue massage, or talk to a therapist, so much the better. Wow, that's really awesome because that's what it was all talking about, this inner child and all your inner power and how individual we all are. I mean, look, they even have like all these different colored birds, and you can have down here. Oh, for a sec there, I thought that was a peacock. Oh wow, that was a one of those. What do you call those when you have when your brain sees something, but that's not what it is, an illusion or something? Yeah, break free from these illusions too. Thanks, Spirit. You have all these butterflies. That's all that transformation that's going on. Okay, so dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes a loss is welcome. Like when you leave a situation not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you past life. Wow, Spirit. Okay. I love when they do this. It just makes me laugh. Pain haunt you in destructive ways. We don't have that. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break open wide. Okay. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and know that you let go of what has passed. Even more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. We are loving you and sending you love always and forever. Oh my gosh, Spirit, that is like beautiful. And my dog's trying to get out and she's like whimpering and going on and she's like shaking her tail, but I have like fans and lights all up her way. And here, hold on. Do you want to get out? Yeah. Okay. It gets really warm in here with all the lights. So she was laying on the bed, so she got all hot. But oh my God, this was absolutely amazing. This is a beautiful reading, Spirit. Thank you so much. And for whoever picked this group, wow, you are really, you're really like rocking this. Like you're really kicking. You're just kicking this stuff right. Oh my God, you're just like making it happen. It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Spirit. I got a dog here flying around now, fan blowing. Okay, so with that, I'm going to move on to group 2. So bid you good day, sending you love and light as always. Welcome, group 2. So you've picked 5 of Swords. Okay, here. Now, okay, so the 5 of Swords here, it's about struggle, it's about conflict, it's about oppression even. You know, this is also about like compromise and remorse at this, you know, in the same token. Like you'll make note like this tree here, and then it has like this ivy that's growing on top of the tree and really trying to consume the tree. And then you have this big beetle here now trying to eat the leaves. And then you notice at the top of the tree here, you have this woodpecker that is going to eat that bug. So it's, you know, this talks about like how of the cycles of life, how like the ebbs and flows even. It talks about like this card's more about you know, not everything lasts forever type thing. Like though you could be going through some rough patches and some bad times, you know, like you're always going to have bad years and good years, and that's just part of a life cycle. Okay, Spirit, so what else do you want here? They're asking me to bring out a card from postcard from Spirit. So I'm going to start with this here. Here. Looks like a mermaid. You are magical. What is it? That's funny because the very first card, the first reading, the card was you are magic. And now this one is you are magical. Wonder if they're going to be related or something. Okay. Isn't that funny? Inner child was in the last one and clearing. It's interesting. And I shuffled these up too before this. I started this group here. Okay, Spirit, what do you want us to know? How do you want to connect with this group here? Okay, what else here? So on the bottom, signs, instincts are the message from the inner divine. So instincts are the message from the inner divine. So those are your guides and stuff. Like when you get those bad feelings in your gut or whatever, your instincts, look, divine flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others to follow the Tao, the divine flow, at all costs. And that's what I was just talking about, like the, wow, Spirit, reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. Okay, so this is where they're talking about having these lessons. These lessons are, so you can reflect, like when you're having these hard times, try to look at it as, what is it that I need to learn from this? What am I supposed to be getting from this whole situation? And that's what this is about. It's telling you that this is not being done to you to hurt you, but it's being done for you. It's being done so that it can either put you on a new path, or it can, it's to teach you something. It's to help you expand. And that's why they have all these butterflies here. Okay. And these are your signs that your instincts are your messages. Oh my goodness, look at your path. Dear Lord, help me trust that there is a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Oh my goodness. Like, oh my gosh, Spirit. You see how and this is a tarot deck, so it's like the Five of Swords here. Like, see how that one tarot deck, that one card, basically, it took 4 of these cards to bring out what this one card represents. Look, and expansiveness right underneath your soul path. And look, all those butterflies. And it's, oh my gosh, and the elephants too. And I was just talking about how, how it helps you expand. Like going through these hardships helps you expand. You see a lot of dragonflies here, just like there's dragonflies in this one too. So, eternity is far more creative than the rigid constraint and exhausted ego. Yeah, sometimes these things come in, and it challenges our ego, because your ego is where, like, all those things that you always thought of yourself. It's like, when you were a kid, and you don't get those confirmations of, oh, what a really great job, or like, I'm really proud of you. You don't get that kind of stuff. You form your own opinions of yourself. And being a child, your brain's not developed, so you're going to probably form opinions that aren't so great or true. Okay, so expansiveness. Okay, what do you want here? Right, so they're going to have me bring out this. Oh, you want me to bring out this one first? They want to bring out this deck first here. Clarifying life situations. Let's see here. What do you want here? Clear the path. Listen, that card popped out in the very first reading too. Okay, let's see what this one is. Divinely guided. Oh my gosh. I'm not even joking. Like, this is amazing. Okay, so divinely guided. Okay, let's see here. It says, trust the wisdom of the universe and remain open to receive guidance as your journey through life's mysteries. The signs. Okay, so they're bringing you some kind. This has happened, and it's a sign. There's a reason why this has happened, and they want you to examine whatever you're going through, whatever this and roots of success. Secure your foundation, fostering growth and stability for a thriving journey ahead. Okay, so that's what this is about. This is to give you a better foundation than what you were. Look, river of release. Drift along the river of release. where waters carry away burdens, guiding towards renewal. And I was just talking to you about like how the earth goes in these, like how your lifestyle, everybody's life goes in these um cycles of, you know, good years and bad years, right? Like the ebbs and flows. Ooh, okay. I'm getting like this heavy pressure on my chest. So I think you're somebody that's going through a lot of worthy goal. Okay. Yeah. You're on target. Whoa. See that? That's cool. Okay. All right. Now they want me to bring out one of these here. Like this. Okay. We keep splitting it here. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. Okay. One day. Okay. Maybe one day you'll figure out the signs. Okay. Let's see here. Hey, Spirit, what is that you want this group to know here? We have another. All right. Yeah. Confirms it there. Oh my goodness, it's karma. Look at that. Consequences, cause and effect, and debts. Okay, so what's coming back here is you're paying some kind of karmic debt. And it's left you feeling broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. Okay, but even though, like I said, even though like this Five of Swords is like really painful, and it's left you shattered and feeling heartbroken, and you know you feel destroyed over what's happened. Like again, it's all to help you to, you know, it's helping. It's really going to help you. It's something that you've done probably in a past life, even. I mean, it could be this lifetime, but you know, karma, it could be a past lifetime or past lifetimes, and it could be in this current lifetime. Well, obviously it's in this current lifetime, because if you didn't clear up last lifetimes, you're here to repeat these same lessons, maybe with different characters, but you know, maybe that's been altered, but you know, the same lesson still needs to be learned for you to move on. So this is one of the lessons today, is that this is happening for me, not to me. It's to help bring in a new grounded structure. It will clear the path. Like once you get this better foundation that you can build a new existence from, you're being divinely guided. I mean, you have like all here, like they have your path laid out. They're clearing your path. They're giving you signs, but this is what's going on. Okay, so look, and I split it on one day, someday, somewhere, another time. So this is something that you're working on. So again, it will happen, you know, bitterness on the bottom, resentment, anger, and hurtful words. Okay, you know, if that's what's going on, then you need to clear that. But just keep working on that. It's going to be a lot better for you. It's going to create this expanding in your heart center and growth for your soul. So they're asking me to bring out one card here for you, and it's grounding. Look at that. And of course, you have the tree and you have the roots here, spirit. Okay, sink your roots deep, connect them to the heart of the earth. Oh my goodness. So you can use like a red juniper stone for your, it's for your root chakra. And then your passion here, your sacral tiger eye, turn your fear of change into excitement for change. Yeah, because you know, like when you're going through all this and you think it's like so painful and whatnot, but in actuality, this anger and pain and bitterness if you take that and turn, because really that, the pain, okay, all right, Spirit. So what they're saying here is this pain and bitterness and resentment that you're feeling here, and it comes right on. It's happening to me, not for me, with the roots and the river of release. What they're saying here is like this resentment and this anger and the hurtful words that you're like working yourself through. I mean, it's going to happen whether you fight it or whether you just try to go with the flow, because fighting it is just going to extend it to be even longer. So, they're just saying, like, just take on some of these practices, like ground yourself into the earth. Think of these roots coming out of your feet, ground into the earth, and then take all this resentment and anger that you have and create this divine flow with it through passion, and turn your fear of change into excitement for change, because like if this has left you like shattered and broken and destroyed, then that means that the existence that you're living in before this has happened, before this has come in, has not been a pleasant place to be anyway. And you might not really believe that, in the beginning, but as time goes on, you will come to believe that. And then you have the solar plexus confidence. No one will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Be your own cheerleader. Okay, Spirit. Good. All right, now they want me to read this card here. Dear you, you are in such good shape right now that we're all doing a happy dance in this moment. You have the power to make a choice to get with Spirit and co-create a miracle. You wonder where this is all going, but if you want to manifest your desires for the highest good, you need to stay focused on the now. All power is in the present moment. Ask yourself, what are your dominant thoughts now? What beliefs are you motivated by? Do you have clarity right now? How is your conscious contact with the divine? Are you plugged in, or are you trying to do life all by your small self? Get rid of negative energy now. Resentments, be gone. Forgiveness and love enter, please. You can do your life beautifully and create your most powerful future right here, right now, in this moment. Aren't you thrilled to know you have a huge cheering section over here? Love and hugs always. Oh my God, Spirit. This has been really powerful reading, and I hope this finds you well. And these readings have not gone any way I thought they were going to go. Like, honestly, I was just like, you're bringing out one card. What is one card going to lead to? And here we are in this profound information, and it's just love and beauty and encouragement. And I hope this helps you to understand what's happening in your world and help to lead you out of it, and to help keep giving you those little reminders to reframe the way you're thinking. And it's I'm just going to leave it at that. So thank you, Spirit, and I'm going to close this reading, and I'm going to bid you a good day, and I'm going to move on to group 3. Welcome, group 3. Let's see here. You have the 9 of Wands, and that's the only card they have me pull out for this so far. So this card here is about how it's about perseverance, really, because it talks about how you've tried things over and over again, like many times, and you probably just have had a lot of disappointment and probably have suffered like a lot of defeat. Sorry. And but I believe that this card also talks about how foundations are being reestablished, and that to draw on your inner strength and remain in your own truth, and just remember who you are, and just don't let your mind go into that victim mentality. So let's see what this is going to produce here for us, because the other two readings have been very powerful. So they're going to have me pull out this card, one of these cards here from Spirit. And, whoa. And then, let's move on to the reading. With love. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to start with this deck here. On the bottom, expansiveness. That came up in the last reading too. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. All right, Spirit. What does the Spirit need to know here? Okay. Perseverance. Yeah. Probably seen a lot of. You know what? I just got that impression and that feeling that you always feel like there's a dark cloud over you, like a dark cloud follows you. Okay, so we're going to find out what's going on here, and we're going to provide some assistance. Cards are being like finicky for this reading here. Let's see what's on the bottom right now. Okay, so what's going on right now here? Ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. Oh, okay. You know what? I think that you haven't been allowing yourself to receive. I think you've been, and you're probably not even understanding that you're blocking your own right now. Stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled each moment. Okay. So maybe that's why. Maybe you're putting too much effort on the inner child. Okay. This is that victim mentality thing that they were talking about. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. Divine love. Look at this. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. You know, and then they're talking about being in the right now. Okay. Allowing. See, and this is what they're talking about. And I was talking about the receiving. I think you're blocking the allowing. Oh, but look, they're saying you can invite some help here. Okay, so let's see here. Radical acceptance, saying yes to reality in any given moment. So what's needed to come next? Yeah, for some reason you're doing some kind of blocking here, but they're saying invite help, invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. Okay, so I think that's what it is. You're doing a lot of chasing, but even though you're chasing, you're not allowing to receive. Okay. Right now. Okay, so this is something that you can start doing. Okay, so what advice do they need here to do that? Okay, they want to clarify some life situations here first. Okay. Right, Spirit, what is it that is going to help them to deal with whatever's going on here? This one. Look at this. Secrets emerge came out. Souls of balance. Okay, so they want to bring in some kind of balance here. Okay. Shield of resilience. Look at that. Employ your shield of resilience, guarding against external pressures while nurturing your internal strength in love and career. Okay. You need to do some healing with this inner child here. And secrets emerge. In the rhythm of cycles, the hidden is unveiled. Await the reveal within an open heart and mind. In the rhythm of cycles, the hidden is unveiled. Await the reveal with an open heart and mind. And you know, and you notice that they have like this shield of resistance here, and then they're talking about the secrets being unveiled. This has a lot to do with this, this, and that's why they're saying the soul is of balance, because it's like seek equilibrium in love and career, harmonize your inner scale to weigh decisions with both heart and mind. Inner vision, cut through the fog of confusion with your power of discernment. Yeah, you're going to have to like probably take some time and yeah, look, and then you have gentle release here. Okay, so when they brought up this deck here about talking about asking for help, you can ask for help with grace, so that it's a easier release of these childhood wounds, these secrets, these shield, like all the stuff that these walls, because you're putting up some kind of walls. So you're not allowing it to be like an ease. Okay, so if you connect, look, I split it on new worlds. It's the second time, new worlds. There are many more things for you to discover, so don't give up. Okay, all right, so don't give up yet. All right, let's see. What else do you want here? One of these or two of these? Okay, so they're asking me to look, and it's chasing on the bottom. Okay, so that's what's going on. You're doing a lot of chasing, but they were just asking in one of these cards to ask spirit to like follow you, to chase you. Okay. Distance, separation, space, blockage. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on here. You have blockage. Okay. But that blockage is going to come from dealing with whatever's going on in this inner child issues here. So it's not just sorrow, loss, grief, depression. Okay, that's going into that mental, victim mentality. And I think this might have happened a lot because, I see these 6 birds up here flying, and I'm just thinking how many times that you've done it, like several times, and you just keep not getting where you want to be. It's the disappointment, the defeat. Devote only you, devoted, attached, crave, abandoned, left out, walked away, cold. Okay, so this is some of this inner child stuff here. You feel left out, abandoned. So, you might feel like God is not there for you or something. But I'm here to tell you that they're calling out to you. That's why they're asking you to help ask Look, and on the bottom is solution. That's your solution, is to ask for help. Because this card here is like, oh, I put it away. Oops, what's that? It's just, okay. Oh, I lost that card. But it was about asking for help. Okay, let's see here. So we have lots of, okay, so what is it that they need to know here? Okay, I'm not taking those cards. I'm going to pull one out here, controlled thing here. Cards are trying to bounce out. Take this one here. Cohesive. Yeah. They're trying to split it on this one. Look, rainbow. Oh, you could be seeing rainbows. Or you'd love rainbows or something. You know, and I see these orbs too. Okay. And that's divine message. Look, pure. Pure. You're splitting it again. Look, magic. You know, it's funny because they brought up the word, but it was in the postcard. They brought up about magic for the postcard, and then the second postcard, it was something that had said something about magic, and now this card here is about magic. This group here. Yeah, people don't realize how much magic they have within themselves to heal. Notice it, but they're really pulling out a lot of butterflies, because even in these flowers, like petal, like they look like butterflies. And butterflies represent a lot of clearing and transformation. And oh my goodness, look, and I just split it. They split it, and they split it on secret lessons. Look, and that's exactly what treasure, and that's what they're talking about. Like, you got to deal with some of these secrets, whatever these secrets are that's going on, and view them as lessons. And then, to me, that looks again a lot like orbs. Okay, so you're completely surrounded by look, heart. You're completely surrounded by these divine beings here. Okay, so let's see what's going on. These cards are way weird. All right. So they want me to bring out one of these crystal cards here. Stones. Oh my gosh. What does it say? Believe in your magic. I was just talking about that magic. In Sunstone, embrace your main character energy. So yeah, don't embrace this secretive pain, feeling sorrow and abandon, because that's not really who you are. You know what? This might be the feelings that you're dealing with on this 3D Earth, but that's not who you truly are. Okay, so Labradorite, believe in your magic. Which one do you want me to read? Okay. Believe in your magic. Few gems are believed to possess more mystical powers than the almighty Labradorite, a crystal with all the shimmering hues and awesome mystique of the aurora borealis itself. This regal crystal is here to awaken the wisdom of your deepest self and bring those spiritual depths to the surface. Instead of letting your intellect or emotions make today's decisions, tap into your soul's inner knowing. See, and that's why they want you to connect here. and see what your intuition has to say. Inexplicable magic is swirling around you, dancing through the sky like the northern lights and connecting you with your divine power, like through the sky. Look at that. And then you look at the card that's out here. Okay, and then sunstone. I love how they do this. Every reading is so unique for whoever is going to find this. So sunstone, embrace your main character energy. You're like a spiritual solar panel today, capable of absorbing every glimmering ray of light you come in contact um you come in contact with, and converting it into your own personal power source. Sunstone awakens your soul's inner power, your solar power, if you will, filling you with drive, inspiration, and courage to share your inner light with the world. You're always going to be the hero of your story. So it's time to start believing in yourself and writing your own happy ending, or feel good new beginning, or excitement filled plot twist. It's up to you, babe. You're the main character, for your future can be as bright as a summer's day is long. And with Sunstone on your side, you are truly the center of everyone's orbit. And that's because you have these divine things. Like, you might feel left out, but you're not. You have these divine beings here that are trying to assist you, but you have to allow them to. Okay, dear you, sometimes you feel like no one understands you. You're not heard, or even that you don't count. Oh my God, left out. Oh my goodness, spirit. This, my dear, is a terrible illusion. And although your feelings tell you that abandonment is real, abandon, look at that. Well, abandonment is real. Well, we who love you know better. You are never alone. And even when rejection happens, you are ultimately being protected. So better things can replace that what wouldn't have worked in the first place. Everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and rooting for your ultimate success. That's why all those cards were coming out with all this deck, all those orbs, because those orbs are, you know what I mean? That's what all these like little light things here. You might even be seeing a lot of butterflies. Okay. Okay. So everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and rooting for your ultimate success. Life loves you. We love you. And you are a unique spark of the divine, and always connected to the light and to source. You are always in our care. Trust and keep the faith. You are love you always and forever. Oh my God, spirit. So really, they just want you to connect with them, and they want you to know that none of this is being done to you, but it's to prevent you from trying to build an illusion that's not right for you, because there's something better to come. Well, with that, spirit, that's beautiful, and I hope this finds the people that need to hear this right now, and so they can begin, dealing with a lot of these issues that they're having, and are able to make their own magic and work past it and through it, and soar. So with that, I'm going to close this reading, and I bid you a good day and send you love and light.